trails you'll be riding on will be the World Cup trails they rode, the John Tomac and David Baker and Ned Overend and all those.
It was a wet day down in Plymouth for the Pivot 2412 race. Really great atmosphere though, great people. Can't wait to enter next year. Really looking forward to it.
These guys are all here to keep you going as well. So the Top Heat guys have stepped up. They're doing 24-hour mechanical support throughout the night. So if you... Appreciate it, and we're going to get a bike wash running to help you with that. Isla Bikes who stepped up and supported the junior race today. We had 120 kids racing. We were turning kids away. It was fantastic. Revolution Sports Physio guys are next. They're doing free 24-hour sports massage. No, sports physio. She'll tell me off for saying sports massage. Addiction will be open all night as well with supplies. You may want to buy some mud tyres later. Brilliant Exposure guys who stepped up and sponsored the 24-hour solo race for this year, so that we've got a £2,000 cash prize pot for the solos, and that's with Exposure support. They are providing support throughout the night for everybody's lives, not just their own. Pivot Cycles, again, Rory might lend you a bike if yours breaks, if you look at him nicely. And then the beer babe, I have to mention those guys. They were dishing out the beer last night. They were partying. Judy has spent days and days making the solo trophies, all from Upcycle Stuff, all by hand. And then the Talk guys, they come every year, 12 years.
I don't know why this is upside down. How can that be upside down?
Was that a camera, is it? Was that...
It is.
Oh, okay.
Effort.
Yeah, so this is more hydration only, so there's a lot of electrolyte tablets on the market, and the problem with electrolyte tablets is that firstly they do contain chemical sweeteners, so things like aspartame.
Yeah.
It's such a small pill that to give it sweetness you have to put a sweetener in it, so we're dead against all of that because it has no functional purpose. So what this is very, very low carb, but with all the electrolytes, and that mixes into 500 ml. Also the research shows that for every glucose molecule in here and 2 sodium molecules you absorb, it pumps 260 water molecules into your blood. So the glucose facilitates the hydration process. That's the basis of it. So that is basically optimal hydration. If you're going to do short duration things like indoor training, spinning classes, really high intensity in the heat for short time, hypertonic is what you want to go for. It's called isotonic, which is in balance with your blood. Very, very good at hydration. You get the benefit of the facilitated transport again, but because it's higher concentration, the passive movement into your blood is slower from a hydration perspective. So it's not quite as good at hydrating as that one, but it's delivering a decent amount of energy as well. On a hot day, you can drink loads and loads of the energy or the isotonic, and you end up fueling yourself by automatically. You don't have to think about eating anything because you get it out of the drink. On colder days like today, what tends to happen is you drink less because you're not so thirsty, so then you have to eat more gels and bars and things. So you tend to supplement your energy with bars and gels on cooler days. That is all on the website. There's loads of information on it, and it just basically, everything that we do is in units. Cool. So a bar, a gel, a chew and a bottle of energy drink is all 30 gram carb units, so you know exactly how much you're having.
So you get your 60 grams in an hour.
60 to 90 an hour, you're not going to get the problem. The big enemy in 12-hour racing is fat. Right. So you don't want any fat in your food at all. So you have a cheese sandwich or a peanut butter sandwich, it might be something you feel like having, but it corks you, it blocks the absorption of carbs.
So you don't ride yourself then, you just stick to
I am riding today.
You are riding today?
I used to ride elite, so I used to ride at quite a high level, and then what I'll do today is I'm going to look after the stand, I'll go out and do a lap, and someone's going to cover the stand while I'm out.
So when you're doing 24 as a team?
No, we're doing 12. Okay. Yeah, these guys are they ride at a really high level, and their races are normally up to 2 hours long. So we don't want to push them to do 24 because they won't be able to ride their bikes for a month.
Yeah, right.
So 12 hours they'll recover quite quickly from. Just build up slowly. Work back from the event. I mean, again, we're coaches. We do fitness consultancy. You could come and see us. We could set you a program. But what I'd say to you is look at the event, look at where it is, give yourself a 2-week taper, so 2 weeks where you do very little, and then the 2 weeks before the event you want to be at your highest loading. You know, so the most training you do, and you just work back from that. Right. So you could actually sit down systematically and sensibly work out your time constraints, and at least you could work out how much time you're going to spend training. But you could then talk to us about what you should do, what type of training you should do.
I'm imagining I'm going to have a thing on the wall, like a massive advent calendar, just marking down the.
You should do. You should actually say, well, look, how much time have I actually got? How much can I commit to training, and work towards that point? But it means that the start point now, you don't actually have to do that much, do you, really? And you build it up slowly and progressively. Give yourself weeks off so that you get those mental breaks. It's called periodisation. It's not difficult to get the basics right, but we can help you with the more sort of technical stuff.
What's your name?
Matt.
Matt from Talk.
Good to meet you.
If you've got a guy in front of you at 3 o'clock in the morning and you want to get past him and there's a bush and you think, shall I put him in the bush or shall I just wait 5 seconds and go past him? Just wait 5 seconds. It's a 24-hour race. You're not going to win it in one pass, one hero move, and you'll ruin somebody else's weekend. We do have our 3 national champions here this year, which I do want to mention. If we're in the southwest, there's not many people live down here. You all come down, as you probably saw on Friday. The whole world comes down on the Friday night before the school holidays. But we do have 3 national champions who are southwest guys who. Yeah, okay, I will be a bit indulged, who started racing it when they were about 8 or 9 years old, and I remember their mum saying, you've got to let them race, they'll be really good, and they weren't old enough, and they did. And last weekend, Freddie Birchall, Harry Birchall both won the national championships at Cannock, and we're going to let them just lead around the parade lap today, because I'm chuffed to see a national champion from the southwest, and also Hattie as well. We'll be leading around. I've said it already, look after yourself, look after each other. If you've got a problem, let us know, we'll do our best to help.
These amazing things out of inner tube. Yeah, all used inner tubes. Hand sewn. So we have things here like, oh, that's attached. So bags for bars.
That'll go on the top tube of the bike, and inside there's the straps that will attach it onto the bike. Again, made out of inner tube.
Perfect. All recycled, all handmade.
Yeah. And this is malt sack. This is what the breweries get their malt delivered to.
And then you reuse it.
And it's a one-use item, so it would go to landfill.
Perfect.
So I just make use of that.
Everybody should be buying this stuff. We've got this even with, I don't know if I can see that, what's it called? It's a puncture patch. That's what I'm trying to think of the word.
Yeah.
And then this is a cool thing. If you have Garmin, you can put this on the front of your bike, like this one here. I'm getting wet. And then it has this bit where your USB will go through, which is amazing. I've got my finger stuck now. And then there's wash bags and phone cases, really nice duffel bag to go on a cage, really nice, and all sorts of things. But this is basically where you need to go. Just find Judy's amazing recycled bike things, and there's also jewellery. I mean, and clocks. Clocks. What more could you want? Brilliant. Thank you very much, Judy.
Thank you.
Lovely to meet you.
Good luck with your training.
Yeah, might need it. No, it's all good.
You won't.
It's all good. I love it, and I love the thought of the mental challenge and the thing of getting that fitness. I've been fitter, and I damaged my pleuritic tissue around my lung earlier this year. After 3 weeks of doing jump training, no injuries, rode Devon Dirt, 42 miles, with a stitch, which I thought it was a stitch. It wasn't a stitch, it was because I damaged my pleuritic tissue. And the next weekend, I thought I was having a heart attack, couldn't breathe, and it was that. So that put me down for 4 weeks. So it's almost like now I know that training starts this week, so I've almost been eating and drinking everything. And my bum's got fatter, but I like that starting point.
Oh yes.
But you're a bit plumper than you were, and you're a bit less fit.
Yes.
So yeah, got the saddle.
It helps the padding.
Yeah, need to
helps
get rid of that, some of that though, to get up the hills a bit quicker maybe. So.
Not necessarily.
Keep the bum, lose the rest
Strong
of it.
thighs
Yeah.
to power up those hills.
Yeah.
But, I mean, you've got the hardcore thing already. You're already sort of riding through the pain.
Yeah,
So,
yeah. I mean, it should be good. It should be good. Well, nice to meet you, and
you.
I will see you again. Oh, really enjoyed that. Not even racing, and so excited about next year. Really am. Like the people I spoke to, everyone's really so lovely. They're already really muddy. Oh man.